gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
By making use of the timer feature of OConnect, you will be able to guarantee that your meetings are purposeful and productive, as well as that your conversations are engaging. Because of this, we can guarantee that everyone will be involved and productive. Get your 14-day free trial of OConnect. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai. Understanding of how innovation drives technological advancement, which in turn improves profitability, customer loyalty, and market placement. Gain an understanding of its many facets and the advantages it offers. You can be part of the next global AI giant Onpassive to use, and market the next generation AI tools. Simply register for free at www.coolzone.ai. Boxer Muhammad Ali, often known as the greatest, was renowned for his extraordinary talent, magnetic personality, charm, and activism. He was considered to be one of the greatest boxers of all time. Speaking of the greatest, you can be part of the next global AI giant Onpassive to use, and market the next generation AI tools. Simply register for free at www.coolzone.ai.
Hey, thank you for coming. Okay, look, if you subscribe and ring the bell, you'll get every video they produce. Every day, every minute, every month. Yep. And if you give them a thumbs up, it'll make them happy, especially Chris Johnson. And if you write a nice comment, positive, something really encouraging, inspiring, they'll show it live. That's what they do. Thank you.
Hey. Anyway, here we are. It's April 1st. We want to say hello to everybody, and thank you so much for being here. It's Monday. All of my grandchildren are home. Oh, no, Alexis had to go. But the other kids are here, and my wife is 3 foot from me, and she just loves me so much she can't stand it. I'll explain that later. Anyway, what we're going to do today again. Anybody have something positive to say or?
Wait! Stop!
All right, go.
Can I go first today?
Absolutely.
You always go first. Hello, Dawn, who's 3 feet away and probably got shaken right now because she wants to reach out and see what your neck size is now. Since you lost all that weight. I want to go first because I got some important things to say today. First of all, on a very, very serious note, and I want to read this perfectly. Now this is something I've known about. Marty's known about it. A few of us have known about, but they didn't really want it out there. And they sent me a message last night. They need prayers. I believe prayers help everything. So if you have something like I'm going to talk about right now, amen, shoot it in. If I remember and write it down, and I'll blast it out there. So most of you know two amazing brothers we call the twins, Darius and Dane. Okay? Now, I had the honor to go on their show about a couple months ago. Most of us have. It's on the phone. They do it every week. It's exciting. It's fun. They fire you up. You fire them up. It's a lot of good ways. And then I was talking to Dane, and he explained to me that Darius, for a while now, has been fighting multiple melanoma stage 3 cancer. Ooh. Very, very, very serious. They didn't want anyone to know. I don't know why, because I believe in prayer, but I'm letting you know now to put some huge prayers in for Darius, his brother, Dane, and also anyone else that's going through something like this, because I know there's a lot of people out there. So, on a right after Easter note, please put in prayers for these guys, not just today, but every day. Include them in your prayers. They're great guys. Marty, you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I do want to add something. Back in 2004, when I came online full time, and that every day, I worked. I was online learning and doing what I could full time for me. I wanted to. I had a family at home, and I lost a job that I loved. Anyway, during that time when I got online, I met thousands of people. No doubt about it. Thousands. Directly, indirectly, heard them. Didn't off in the distance, some closer, some whatever. And the brothers that Chris is talking about, I don't remember being online and they weren't there. In other words, they've been there the whole time. And those two guys were one of the people that I can look back for the 20 years and say they were the good guys. I trusted them. Look, a lot of mate, we didn't work together on things. We might have been directly, I don't remember, but that didn't matter. They were very few uh, people that I've met that I want to say to you, they are top notch, unbelievable human beings. And make sure you pray. And because I'm so glad he asked for it, because in the past he didn't want to bring it up yet, but when he decided, Chris told me this morning, I am stoked. Take a few minutes, everybody. These two guys are amazing, amazing guys. If you're ever asked to come on their webinar, they do a phone webinar, right? A phone call thing. They're beautiful, beautiful men. No joke. And when you find out online, you find out anywhere in life, you go, man, you just want to, you'll never forget who they are. You forget nasty people. You really do. You forget negative people because they're not imprinting you in a good way. Negative only lasts a little bit for me, anyway, personally. But something good, someone you trust, someone that you know is good-hearted. I'll never forget. I'll never forget these guys. They were always that. When I found out they were in Onpassive, I go, "Wow, this has got to be great." I mean, I already knew Onpassive was going to be good, but you look at who came, and they came from the heart because they knew too. It isn't always about your sight. It's about the sight of your heart, right? And these are those guys, and they're God fearing gentlemen. And I'm so glad. Please take the time, pray for them. If you ever get a chance to go on with them, go. No doubt about it. Chris, you want to go back? Or you want me to finish?
Oh no, I want to go back because
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not done. And I also would like to invite Darius and Dane on our lives, whether it's one or both, one day in the morning or 10 o'clock. If you'd like to come on our live, we'd like to. There might be a lot of people that's never even seen you guys or heard you. We'd like to get you some attention because you don't need it, because I think you got a humongous following. Everyone on here is making comments about you. So,
Oh yeah, and one more thing. Since Chris said that, you don't have to come on camera anyway.
yeah.
You want to come on? Well, I would love to have you both. No joke, or either one of you. Together would be great, but one would be great also. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Okay. So again, you have my prayers. Actually, you always had my prayers, but just keep those going. Anyone else out there that need prayers, we don't forget about you. But I just thought about it, and the reason I asked Marty, can I go first today? Because I don't want to talk about a passive today. All right. I don't want to talk about the products. I don't want to talk about Ash Mafara. What I do want to talk about is the product we call Ava, Anthony, Fatmata, Frank. I want to talk about you. You're the products of Onpassive. We talk every day of what Onpassive is going to do, the products, how great they are, the clarity, the volume. But let's talk about what the the real Onpassive products of the people are going to do. Why was Onpassive put out there? What was the reason? I mean, you're going to find this out in the future because I'm sure Ashmafar is going to have multiple chapters in the book explaining all this. But let's talk about that right now. What is the founders of Onpassive going to do? And I mean this dead serious. All right. Dwayne Murdoch, an old truck driver, I call him, and he's opinionated. And he gave me some rules when I first got my RV. You don't go into the truckers area. Funny guy. He puts this most beautiful thing on his Facebook today, and I shared it on mine. You can go to either one of us and watch it because, again, it's the day after Easter. 58 years of my life, it's the day after Easter. And what I'm asking people right now, I'm asking founders. I wish I could ask the world. Of course, I'm not out to the world just yet. I want you to remember what Easter was all about. I didn't want you were nice for the last 2 or 3 days. And maybe you're not always so nice. Let's carry on, not for a week, but till the next Easter, to the next big holiday of just being nice to people. And what founders are absolutely going to do for Onpassive. We talk about the products. We know about the products, more to come. But we got, an original million founders that have been doing, posting, talking. And we used to do Obless. We kind of put those on hold until it gets going again. I know some people are doing some Obless shows out there now, and that's okay. But what are we going to actually do for this world? What's something Ash instilled in us? Oh, I said about Ash. I wasn't supposed to talk about Ash, but that's okay. I love him. I got to talk to him about him a little bit. What did he instill in our hearts and our minds about helping people, about bettering the world? What are each one of you going to do privately in your community, how you want to help? When I said the other day, start preparing yourself, that was one of the things that I meant. You got a lot of things coming at you. We all know that. A lot of people don't know that, but you do know that, founders. You know what is coming at you. You know someone in your neighborhood that needs help. You know someone maybe in another country that needs help. I guarantee you every orphanage out there has contacted many of you because they need help. All right. We are the products of Onpassive. All right. We are Obless. We are what Ash originally set out to do with Onpassive, is to change things to make it better. Well, this video that Dwayne showed, it shows little children, maybe 7, 8 to 10 years old, recognizing someone that's hungry or recognizing someone that's old that needed help or the parents didn't even see it. And these children are grabbing these people, giving them their lunch, their drink. And then it goes into a line of little kids, 4 or 5 years old, younger, with a plate in their hands, waiting for a couple scoops of rice and some beans and a drink. I want you to ask yourself this question, and maybe some of you have, or you have. How many times a year do your children have to stand in line waiting for a small meal? Think about that. How many of you maybe grew up in a country where you were in a village like that, where you had to wait in line? And then ask yourself, don't you want to change that? Really, really want to change that? Because right now, as we speak, yesterday, as we were in church or enjoying our Easter holiday, there were small babies in a line waiting for food. Literally waiting for food, a scoop of food. There's a little baby in there who a lady's giving her water. And I don't think this kid's 2 years old, and she's chugging that water, and she stops drinking and says, oh, look how important this water is. And she turned to the person that gave it to her, just wanted to give her a big hug, stopped drinking water and just wanted to give her a big hug of thanks. All right. Let's go back to being those little kids again, because I think today kids see a lot more than adults, because maybe we think we know more than everyone else, or we're smarter. And we might be wiser, but kids are more talented in saying, wow, mommy, daddy, what's wrong with them? We've always said, no, don't stare, don't stare. Oh, don't look. But you got kids all over the world that are helping people when their parents just don't even see it. Let's be those kids. Let's start seeing it. Let's make sure we get out to the world and show them the real Onpassive products, which are the founders, which are going to be the resellers, the affiliates. All right. I don't want to be known because, I got into a company called Onpassive. I want to be known because we got into a company Onpassive because the belief in it was so beautiful, so warm, so heartfelt. That's why I want to be known for. Not, this guy came in and made a crap load of money. He's got a big yacht. He's got houses all over. No. Of course, that's all going to be nice, I'm sure. But there's so many people out there that need help, and I do not want to look away from them. I never want to look away from them. And I'm just asking, that's the message today. Let's all be kind 365 days a year. All right, let's just be kind and go out and do the right thing and be ready for the change that's coming. And now you understand what I'm talking about, to enjoy your life, to help your family, but also to get out and change the world a person at a time. Happy birthday if you got a birthday today. Marty, thank you for letting me go first. I think I gave you a little to bounce on for once we switched it up. It's all yours, my brother. Thank you. I see I'm going to check now.
No, fantastic. Look, I've always said this for a long, long time. The power of this company is the people. Without it, digital does nothing. AI is nothing without people. It's nothing. People develop it, people create it, people tell it what to do. Machine learning starts with what? It starts with people. So we got to remember that. We've got to know that. So what should we focus behind? We focus on the people. And I love that. Most people want the best for their life, they want the best for their family, and Onpassive's going to deliver that. That's what I believe with all my heart. There's always the sad thing, and we've said this a couple nights in a row at nighttime when we're talking, because we know so many people and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You also hear a lot of good things, but you also hear a lot of bad things, and that's the downfall of creating this online huge family. Okay, that's what happens. But you know what? All said and done, the good, the bad, the ugly. The one advantage we have is when we hear someone going through something that's not very good or makes you feel bad, uh, we could pray about it. We have the power of prayer, and if you believe that, which I do from the bottom of my heart, that's so powerful. So where else would you want to be? You want to be in a group of people that are praying for each other, and it's so powerful. Um, I want everybody, and I've always said this, is Onpassive doesn't make you who you are. It's a platform where you can be who you are, right? Because life has kind of knocked us all down, put us into small boxes. You're going to work. You're going to tell you when to go to break. They're going to tell you when to go to lunch. They're going to tell you, you're going to get so much time off with your family. Sad thing is, a lot of us get time off with our family. We can't afford to go anywhere. We can't really live. I have friends of mine that are in retirement age, which I can't believe that. But and in reality, setting in really quick is they struggled for most of their life to make ends meet, and then at the end you want to retire. And I remember as a kid what I thought that meant: retire, go on vacation, travel the world, spend the remaining part of your life with your spouse, and enjoy it. But what really happened? You retire and you can't afford to do all that, so you're just sitting home, and you're still struggling because now you're making even less than you did, unless you were fortunate to build some kind of retirement fund. And even that sounds great, but the percentage, if you go look it up, is very, very low. A lot of people retire in poverty. And the world starts in poverty and dies in poverty. And I think collectively we can change some of that. How much? How fast? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I say the effort of doing it and seeing change and making change. I believe this. I believe a few months ago, it might have even been a year now, when Chris decided to help that gentleman in Africa at a school with 300 students. The beauty of that was he leveraged it, right? He wasn't helping one, he was helping many. And I really believe, and this is through experience from my life, if you give and you're doing something good, those little kids, I don't care how old, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 17, 18, they're going to remember that. They're going to remember there was some dude or some people in other countries that helped us. I remember they put a roof on. I remember they added a building. I remember they got windows, doors. We had somebody send it so we could have soccer balls. Guys, and what happens from that? Goodness is spread almost automatically. Thank God. I know negativity spread, but goodness is spread. And what happens? They're going to grow up. And because that seed was planted within them, there'll be a part of them that say, I was successful. Did a soccer ball make me change my life? Yes. Yes, because giving is so powerful. It actually, you grow into something where, okay, now they grow up and they start giving. And if you can make that contagious around the world, loving people, giving to people, it changes the world step by step. I think, including myself, for years relied on or believing that the government's going to change everything for us. And we find out that's not the case. That isn't what happens. So, and I know there's a couple of people here being, you know who they are. We're not going to get on the negative. All I want to tell everybody, if you see them, click the 3 dots and report them. Everybody, every time. They're not here to help. They're just trying to cause trouble. So anyway, and that's okay. But I don't want to bring them up anymore there. I wouldn't bring up a turd, so why would I do that? Anyway, let's work together like we've been doing. I want to focus on you. Chris said that, and it's funny, you know, I always think about, I've said it with Ash, in front of Ash, Ash isn't around, and I believe he believes the same thing. The movement of Onpassive is the power. The movement of Onpassive is the power. Is it nice to have the best products in the world? Absolutely. Is it going to make an impact? More than we could imagine. I believe when things get moving and we get through some of these bottlenecks, there's going to be a lot of smile on people's faces. But I'll tell you what, a good-hearted person that gives, and then you give them more resources, they're going to give more. It's just the way it is. So I love it. I love the idea that we're all together. I also want to say I get a lot of emails, tons and tons, by the way. Some of them I don't get to right away because I just can't. But I work on it. I do lives. You know, a lot of people send me, look at this, look at this, look at this. I try. But let's look at this. Give, support people. Because if anything, and I've said this 2 or 3 years ago when I started doing lives, I'm not here to motivate. You can only be, you are the only one that can motivate you. But I come to inspire. And what you do there is you bring people, you try to get people to think about what they have. And because I believe once people realize what they have in Onpassive, with the friends, with the family, with the digital products, all the stuff coming, Mr. Mufara, the backing that we have, they will be motivated because they know they're part of it. They know they're part of it. So thank God on that. and I'm really glad. I'm fortunate to be here. I wouldn't want to do anything different. I would do it all over again. I'm not going anywhere. I love it. I love being with all of you. I can't wait to hear. I heard your stories leading up to Onpassive. I want to hear your stories as things get better down the road, a year, 2 years, 5 years, and being able to chat with you personally. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Chris, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I just want to say Red and Jane are coming on at 11 o'clock. I almost forgot to say that for Fun Day Monday. Michael and Julie are back at 3 o'clock. I don't know if they're doing a 2 o'clock Q&A, and then they're going into their 3 o'clock. Look in the back office. I'm sure Julie will post it. And like I said, man, it's about we're focusing on what's real and what's right, and everything is real and right about Onpassive. Some people don't see it. We all see it. We all know what's coming, and let's just let the company do all the talking. Actions are louder than words. Of course, we've talked about it for a very, very long time, but the action of Onpassive and what it's going to do will shut anyone down that's negative, even though they'll still try to find something else. And that's okay. That's part of the world. Like I said, over 2,000 years ago, we had a great man who gave up everything for all of us, and his love is still going, but yet he's still got haters. I mean, that's just part of the world, but we're going to change it. That's my new thing is we're all products of Onpassive. I don't know if Ash is going to like that or not, but put O in for it. Oh, Ruth. Oh, Tehran. Oh, Levy. Oh, Medina. Oh, some of the names I can't pronounce. You're the real products. Somebody tell the naysayers to pinch you because you are real, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So, and let me tell you something. Someone did say something in here, and I'll say it. Yeah, God is all about. We're not comparing God to Onpassive. We're giving the world what God wants us to share about love and compassion. So yeah, we're up there in the same page. No one is compared to God, but we can share His message through Onpassive in all religions, and that's what we're doing. So I don't know who this Sylvia lady is today, but enjoy your rest of the week. Be good, be kind, and Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
Fantastic. As you know, well, it's Monday, like Chris said, so you got people coming on today, which is pretty cool. Everything is in the back office for as far as webinars and stuff like that. I do want to say again, we have a lot of fun every night on O Trivia with
We kicked their
Minnow.
butts. We kicked their butts last
Yeah,
night.
and sometimes we even win. Lately, I think we're giving them a run for their money. But yeah, come there and have fun. Uh,
Remember, Wednesday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time,
oh
3:60
yeah,
new time, which I'm going to really be really happy to be there. But it'll be 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I said that right. And that is for 360. If you're up, we're a lot for like Norell always says, oh, guys, stop whining. I've been getting up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning forever, and now it's our turn. So it'll be fun.
yeah. People couldn't wait to tell us that. I've
Yeah.
been doing it. I said, okay, yeah.
It will be recorded. So if you want to sleep in or maybe you got to get up and go to that job, it's okay. It's recorded. We try to record everything, you know. Oh, look, Theta King. I want you to answer some questions tonight. She's in there giving you the business.
Hey, Theta, I don't care what you do. I'm just happy you're there.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you're a wonderful lady. I love hearing you laugh, so that's enough for me. I want to also hold on one second. Chris, keep talking.
What else did I want to say? Like I said, Michael and Julie, Red, Jane, and I don't know what fun they're going to have today. I'm going to have to call them and wake them up and give them some fun stuff. But no, I'm sure they're going to have something cool. What else was happening today? What is today? April 1st? I can't think of nothing going on today. I don't know. You know, what do we normally do on April 1st day, Marty? Nothing. But the day's young. It's early.
Don't start. Don't start. Guys, I'm not doing anything with this maniac, okay? So
I got everyone last night on trivia at the last second, but you're gonna have to go watch that if it's even out there. See what I did. But we're about having fun. Me and Marty are two big jokesters. If we see an opening, we take it. Even if it's on Ash Mafar, you can ask him. We get him once in a while. But we like having fun. Hey, listen, you want us to come on every day like Walter Cronkite and just blah, 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 blah. No, we like to spruce it up a little bit. You get to see our hearts. You get to see our laughter. You get to see our pains, our joys. That's called being real. I'm not a fake person. Marty's not a fake person. What you see is what you get. You watch Marty lose a ton of weight and Chris Johnson gain all his weight he lost.
yeah, you can't hide that, right?
Nope. And I said to him the other day, I said, "Good God, man, your head's smaller than mine, though." So I got to get working.
That's not true. I mean,
yeah, it's true. Your head's a lot smaller than mine now. That's it's true. Don't burn down.
No. But before Chris went to Florida, he was kicking. I mean, he didn't have to take his medication for diabetes. He was breathing better, moving better, feeling back in his feet. Look, I'm going to say this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to pretend that I can tell you about healing, but the carnivore diet changed my life without a doubt. But I do believe I was guided to this diet from God because I've tried everything. I mean, I really did. But when you could take away the hunger or where you get cravings, and the carnivore diet takes your cravings away. When you get about 4 days in and you're not sitting around craving about eating bad stuff, you're just not. And that's how it worked for me. And I really appreciate it. And if you're not sure about it, talk to John White. He's living proof of it too. Yeah. Chris, we got to chat a little longer. There's something I'm working on.
Okay. Well, I know Christina Dodd says no April Fool's jokes today. And I got to admit, that was probably our greatest and last big April Fool's joke last year. It was something that we didn't know that many people would show up. And it was actually, to me, it was comical. I think people are laughing about it now. Some people were very upset about it. I will never apologize for doing a prank. No one got hurt. I know a lot. Like I said, I got death threats. I got hate threats. And that's telling you that it was a good prank when you get stuff like that. But hi, Aseta Santo, how you doing? I got to lose weight to get in those beautiful shirts you gave me, Aseta. my hats, I got some extensions on, but the whole purpose of us doing lives is just to let you know that it's going. Whether you don't see Ash every single day, all right? But the funding's a timeline, blah, blah. We don't have a timeline. There's no timeline what's going on. Ash Mafar said something about the pay structure. He said there's a day, but he's not going to give it out. Every time he gives out a date, you guys bury us. So we're not going to do it. It goes 20 minutes, 1 minute past. Hey, it's the next day. It's 30 seconds into it. Something don't happen. You go crazy. And not all of you do. Most of you understand. Kevin Rutledge. Most of you understand this by now. Someone that's newer has not plugged in. Did you have a chance to review the AI documentation? Nope, Stephen, I didn't, but you can. But just keep it positive. That's all. I mean, what else you got to do? What else would you be doing if you didn't have Impassive? Ask yourself. I say that I haven't said it in a while, but what would you be doing right now? I know you wouldn't be watching us because if there was no Impassive, we wouldn't be here. All right. I don't know where I'd be, but I know I'm somewhere else because of Onpassive. I'm going to tell you that right now. I was alone in a corner, and now I got friends in every corner of the world, and I'm never alone. I choose to be how I am right now, and there's a big reason for that, and I'll share it with you someday. But for now, I'm all about Onpassive. For now, I got friends, brothers, and sisters in every part of the world, and that's pretty amazing. Our Do I got people still yelling at me and screaming at me? Yeah, I'm gonna always have people yelling and screaming at me because I don't want to grow up or refuse to grow up. I might get a little wider, but I have had the same personality, the same attitude my entire life, and I just don't want to change it. I like being a kid. I'm that I don't want to grow up because I'm a passive kid. I don't want to change that. If you don't like how I am, I'm sorry. That means you don't know how to laugh, but I want people to laugh and have fun. Yeah, I want you to take it passive seriously because it's serious. It really is. Now you got some naysayers that want to come on here and who said that? Aseta. I got to cruise through there sooner or later. Aseta. I'll let you know. Maybe we could stop and get some people together to have something to eat. I do have to go see my new grandson, Evan. He's getting real big, but there's all kind of today. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing today. Right, Marty's doing whatever he's doing. Today we are digging up a fruit tree. I can't remember what. It's an 8-foot tree, and we're replanting it. Tomorrow we are helping a lady move some desks for the church I go to, which, by the way, was a phenomenal service. And then that's it. But man, it's beautiful. It's sunny. It's just I really do love Florida, minus the bugs. The bugs, absolutely, they're the worst I've ever seen in my life. They're little things you can't see with big teeth. And boy, they like to chew on me because I guess Marty said I smell like meat. But they do. If I walk out there with that bug spray, you could hear him going, he's out. Tower to bugs, he's out. Go get him. And man, they just start chewing on me, man. They prefer me over my dog. Isn't that amazing? So are you almost ready, DeGarmo?
Yeah.
All right, go.
Yeah, listening in and doing some stuff on the side. I accomplished a lot just now, so I feel good. Delisa Christie just left a message. Look at this. I'm terrible at trivia, but I'll try and join
Yeah, come
you
on, Lisa.
tonight. Yes.
From Destin, Florida. 7-hour drive for me right now. I still want to get there because it's beautiful. Hey,
Yeah.
I have friends from my old work that are there right now, Delisa. I seen their live yesterday.
Who? What are you talking about? In Florida?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's
Anyway,
fun.
like Chris said, I'm 64. I am who I am too. Uh,
God.
Listen,
Anyone that writes anything about the SEC on here, you don't have a freaking clue what you're talking about. Just to let you know, ignore those comments, guys. I'm removing them, but they keep popping up everywhere. So,
no. But what are you seeing that now from who?
yeah, from that one person called Unlisted Videos. I don't know who that is. I put him in timeout, but I just can't block him. It won't let me.
I went on your channel and I did something more permanent for you. So,
Yeah. Okay.
anyway, listen to this, everybody. We're working towards getting people that are out in the feel like they're alone and bring them into the family. Okay, they're already founders. Some of the people that that had introduced them to Onpassive maybe wandered away, and that's okay because they'll be back. But nobody should feel alone. Nobody should feel alone. Nobody should feel, well, I don't understand. No. It's okay. Look, I understand certain things because I've been doing it my whole adult life. Okay, and I know. I even when I'm talking to you and it sounds like I'm criticizing, I'm being loud. I promise to God, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I have no doubt. There's no bad question, but what I ask is get in touch at least because this is your business, and I believe it's going to thank you in the short time. In the long run, thank you a lot, and I can't wait. I was telling people, I tell people all the time, when we get moving, and people are asking me, well, when are we going to have new products? When is OConnect going to go viral? I want you to think about something. I did not ask Ashley Farah. I did not have a meeting with him to figure this out. But I'm going to tell you what I believe 99.9%. And Mr. Mufara watches this every day or many times. If I'm wrong, he will say, hey, a guy from New Jersey, and that isn't right. And he does it with Chris too. It's not, trust me. Here's what I want to tell you. The company is not trying to drive things 100%. It wouldn't make sense. And I want to tell you why I love the company. One big reason, not the only reason, there's thousands. Um, when there was an issue of us being paid, and I mean all of you, well, commission or bonuses, we don't know all the details, but there's money there to be paid. When that option was paused, Mr. Mufara and the company paused everything. They shut down bringing money in, except for crypto, right? That can still be done. And they said, if we can't get money in the people's hand, the people that I invited into Onpassive, my partners, then we're not going to get it either. And that's fact. There is no payment, credit card payment in the back office. Zero. This goes for everybody watching. That's what this company did. Now, we do know that there's a date that this merchant that froze up 6 months ago, 5 months ago, they have a date to release it. When they do, during the 3, 4, 5 months, the company obviously has been working on a bridge or some kind of payment structure through merchants. I don't know. I'm not involved to where they can pay. So when you see this happen, it's going to happen around the same time. If that happens, I mean, when that happens, guess what? They're going to be ready to push the pedal to the metal. And then you're going to see OConnect. Listen, OConnect by itself is going to change many, many lives. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to change mine because I'm going to share it as much as I can. And I've said this to everybody here. I am not telling you ever to go market. That would be insane, and it wouldn't be fair because a high majority of you guys and women came in because you wanted to get into business for the first time in your life. That marketing skills doesn't determine your income or you winning. Onpassive took that away. Mr. McFarland took it away. He knows that the 97, 98% of the people that can't make it in online don't have the skills it takes to market. And I did not say don't have the brains to do it. How many people have hours and hours and hours and hours a day to learn marketing? And remember, there's a thing about marketing that you have never been told, probably. I found out the hard way. Even if you have the time to learn how to market, there's nobody there that will show you. Now, they'll give you little courses. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. A lot of these courses have been repackages and sold again. The actual money maker is selling the programs to try to tell you how to market. It's not like that. It's very detailed, and marketing is a moving object. It's always moving. I would never do that. That's why I'm here. The reason I never went to another business since I've been here. Yes, I could market. I could grab Mike and Dan. We could go something else while we're waiting and make some money. But I was determined a long, long time ago. This is where I'm planting my flag. Everybody here, Casey Zevenberg, Thomas McKenna, Vernon Hale. Vernon, how you doing? Vernon's a great guy, guys. Everybody. He's another one that's been around forever and ever and ever. Bitmata, Vera, all these people I can mention. John White, my brother from another mother. Tita King, my sister from another mister. All of you, Gina Leva. Listen, I know the talents that you have, even if I don't know what they are, the talents that you have are going to impact the world if it can be delivered on a platform like Onpassive. And there is no other platform like Onpassive. Cynthia Deering can go as far as she wants to go with Onpassive. We will never outrun or outdo or wear out Onpassive. Never, never. All I ever say is find out what your passion is, dig it up from the past, or maybe you never even tried to get it because you thought, that's not me. I believe a lot of people don't realize while they're looking outward, that their power is inside. It's not over there. It's in here. It's in here. Your power is already with you. And I think so many people focus on other people and he can do this and she can do that. That's not me and that's not me. You darn right. Thank God you're not that person. You're not him. You're not her. You're you. Take the opportunity, just relax and breathe in and realize you matter. This isn't a bunch of crap. I don't say this stuff to blow air up your chest, Chris, okay? I don't say this stuff to do that. I'm trying to inspire people to realize you have something that no one else has. You're as unique as your fingerprint. And if you can find a fingerprint that's identical to someone else's, I'm a liar. But I know the God that I follow said, "Let there be light." When he created the earth, his hands did not get dirty. He said, "Let there be light." He thought it happened. He said, "I'm going to divide the darkness from the light, daytime, nighttime. I'm going to put a firmament in the middle of nowhere, the earth. I'm going to put stars and stuff in the sky for seasons so people could run off how do we are, what is a year, what is time." That was all done from a thought. He thought it into being. Then he said, "I'm going to make man in our image." I believe when he said that, he was talking to Jesus Christ. Let us make man in our image. Our means more than somebody, more than him is there. And let me tell you something. If we're in the image of God, are we living to that potential? The image of God, even the shadow of God, has got to be perfect. So your potential, all of us, is way bigger than we even think. It took me a long time to realize that because I started off as most likely not to succeed, wasn't that good in school, almost failed third grade, slow as hell, did all that. And then as time went on, through the grace of God, I started to realize maybe I'm not that bad. And I stopped comparing myself to other people because God said, "Marty, you're Marty. You're not John Smith. Why do you think you're John Smith? I never told you that. If you were John Smith, you would have been John Smith." But everybody here is unique and magical. None of this was an accident. None of this. And our life doesn't depend on a long ride in a hearse. That's not why we're here. Maybe that's the end, but there's nothing wrong with living life to its fullest, helping one another. Listen, if we all inspire others, you tell me what we'd be watching on the news. We'd be watching flowers grow. I mean, we got to stay together. We got to work with each other. And it starts off small. It starts off one or two people, then five or six. Look at Onpassive. When I got on Onpassive, there was 15,000 people. In my small mind at the time, and I always thought big, oh my God, it's saturated. And we haven't touched anything yet. And then we hit a million accounts, 1,400,000 accounts. I went, oh my gosh. And you know what? Something else I want to tell you. And you guys think about this. My opinion. When they shut down the founder position, if they didn't, do you think they could have brought more in if they wanted to? Do you think they could have doubled it? Do you think there could be 5 million people in here right now if the company was greedy? If greed was what they drove from, is what they want, could they not be bringing more money in? Absolutely. All right, we got 6 minutes for Red to get on. But I just want to emphasize, Chris said it, I always say it, and this drives me. I love Mr. McFarland like a brother. He is, in some cases, more than family. Yes, I'm fortunate enough to chat with him a lot. But I'll tell you what works. I ask him nothing. I don't ask for extra information. I don't, because I'm with you. I want to be with you. I want to be your voice. If I happen to talk more, I want to talk for Sherry Green, Alice Copeman, Gina Leva. That's what I want to do. That's what I try to do. Gladys, you guys drive me, we drive each other. So let's work together and get 100% out of your life. You're 100%, because your 100% will inspire somebody else. Anyway, I'm done, I believe, I hope. And yes, Ron Holbert, I'm done. Okay, I know he's right now going, you sure? Anyway, Chris, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Chris.
I'll say goodbye, Marty. Goodbye, everybody here. Thank you so much for coming. And
We got 13 more hours before April Fool ends, by the way.
guys, listen to me. Well, let me be honest.
No.
We've got 13 hours before April Fool's ends. And I don't know if we might do something. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to lie. So be careful, be aware. We love you all, but we're the two people that you just maybe today can't trust.